Hello guys, subscribe and then play. Subscribe and support गरिदिनु सबैजनाले. Subscribe and support.
मलाई लैजाऊ भन्छु तर उता त म जादिन जति गरे नि यही छ मेरो दिना मलाई हेर्नु दिना यहाँ बसिआउने मलाई खास पेट्रोलै हाल्नु जानु मन छैन अब के गरौँ भन्नु बाइकमा सबै फुल चाहिँ के लग्यो जाम त हजुर एउटा गाडी सर्भिस हिजो लगाएर भोलि हालेर दिउँसै हिँड्ने क्या भाइ
Hello, केटा हो सब्सक्राइब एन्ड सपोर्ट गरिदिनु होला है सबैजनाले. सब्सक्राइब एन्ड सपोर्ट गरिदिनु होला है सबैजनाले गाइजहरु.
रोसँग लगेर जान्छु पुरा उयो पेट्रोल हालेर
ल बाइक जानु. सब्सक्राइब हान्दिनु पर्यो है सबैजनाले. सब्सक्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट गरिदिनु होला है गाइस. कहाँबाट हेरिरहनु भएको छ कमेन्ट गरिदिनु है. कोही खेल्नु हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ कमेन्टमा चाहिँ आइडी नम्बर छोड्नु होला है, म एड हान्छु. अनि 1v1 हान्नुपर्छ है. खासै खेल्न चाहिँ आउँदैन होइन, त्यही पनि सब्सक्राइब हानिदिएर सपोर्ट देखाइदिनु होला है सबैजनाले गाइजहरू. डिभिजन हानिरहेको होइन, म चाहिँ सब्सक्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट गरिदिनु होला है.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today. Well, all chance for a shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
सब्सक्राइब भनिदिनु है
Wonderfully
सबैजनाले केटा
smooth,
हो
smart,
सब्सक्राइब भनेर
and
सपोर्ट
slick.
गरिदिनु है
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Gabriel Batistuta.
के भएको यार यो दौडमा एक्जिट हान्थ्यो क्या त्यसले गाइजहरू सब्सक्राइब हानिदिनु पऱ्यो सब्सक्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट गर्नु पऱ्यो है साथीहरू सो कमेन्ट गर्नु होला है म कमेन्ट पनि पढिरहेको छु कमेन्ट पढिरहेको छु है गाइज कमेन्ट हेरिरहेको छु कमेन्ट नै हानेको छैन है केटा हो कहाँदेखि हेरिरहनु भएको छ होइन सो कमेन्ट गर्नु होला है सबैजनाले अब उसो भयो नि त गर्मी हुन्छ नि त अब त त्यो राख्ने ठाउँ नै भएन कि त्यहीँ राखिदिएको केटा हो सब्सक्राइब हानिदिउँ सपोर्ट हानिदिउँ है सब्सक्राइब हानेर दियो होला नि के हो रहेछ ब्लड ग्रुप
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy.
सब्सक्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट
This certainly
देखाइदिनु न गाइस
matters.
सब्सक्राइब हानिदिनु पर्यो केटा हो
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of
डिभिजन गेम हानिरहेको
anticipation
छु
in the
गाइस
air.
डिभिजन गेम
Game on. And we're underway. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day, the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection and knowing instinctively when to bring the ball out of defence. It's almost like having a defender and a playmaker combined.
Done delicately. Look at the space. Haaland! Oh, surely that deserved better.
सब्सक्राइब हानेर
Yeah, the
सपोर्ट
ball in
गरिदिनु
there
है
was
केटा
simply
हो
superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Aimed beyond the defence. Now that shot a goal! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods. And that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the game's first significant moment, and he gets big! Looking for a runner. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well timed, excellent interception. Fiore, played out wide. Zanetti. Shot could be on. It's low! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Robertson looking to penetrate opposition lines. Olise.
Nepal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And no, that was never going to make it. Calafiori. Oh, this looks sharp. Rodri cuts out the pass. Looking for the run. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry. And we are already promptly back underway.
Nepal really need to bring up their intent.
And the shots! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Neymar with the short one. Shoots! They've done it! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige.
Oh, Babu! Oh.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Robertson made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Pedri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Rahul. Fiore! They want to be quick to recover this.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Hit into the middle. That's a decent clearance. Baresi gets across to intercept that. And that pass just didn't quite work. Peru trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game.
And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's a good-looking ball. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular.
Subscribe and support and guys, subscribe and
And it's Neymar. Played into the box. Oh, what a climb! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Stood up well to him there.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Khan claims comfortably.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Comment and mito
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that's that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
बाह्र पुऱ्याउनु पर्ने छ 8 पोइन्ट पुग्यो 7 म्याच खेलिसक्यो गाइजहरु सब्स्क्राइब हान्दिउँ न है सब्स्क्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट देखाइदिनु पर्यो नि त गाइज सब्स्क्राइब हानिदिनु न यार च्यानललाई केडा हो यार सब्स्क्राइब हानिदिनु पर्यो नि त केटा हो कहाँदेखि हेरिरहनु भएको छ है यसो कमेन्ट पनि हान्नु सब्स्क्राइब पनि हानिदिनु पर्यो सब्स्क्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट गर्नु पर्यो नि त यार नेपाली दाजुभाइहरू यार ओ माई गड डिभिजन हानिरहेको क्या म चाहिँ अहिले बाबु बाबु साउन्ड कम गर बाबु ए बाबु बाबु आऊ यहाँ आऊ के यो लिएर उता जाऊ उता
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
यस्तरी हेर्ने
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary,
केटा हो
and we
सब्स्क्राइब
should be
हानेर
in for something very special.
सपोर्ट हानिदिनु पर्यो माया देखाइदिनु पर्यो
So off we go then. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today. Neymar!
बोर्ड दिन्छ त
They're
गाइस यार
intense,
के
just
यार
the wrong outcome.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Knocks it into space. Olise providing an outlet on that flank. Referee's had a good look and
सब्स्क्राइब हान्न सपोर्ट हानिदिनु पर्यो नि त गाइजहरु युट्युब च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब हानिदिनु नि
Well,
यार
look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Neymar with the short one.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Saliba could be danger here. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the shot!
मिस भयो यार ना
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. A probing pass. Rijkaard cuts it out. And here's Olise. Real chance! Koopmeiners gets it away. De Jong. Soboslai. And he's heaved it away. Now it's Batistuta.
Nepal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That has ended up in no man's land. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
हेलो कोही च्यानलमा नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ सब्स्क्राइब हानिदिनु पर्यो है सपोर्ट हानिदिनु पर्यो नि त गाइस सपोर्ट गरिदिनु पर्यो गाइस सब्स्क्राइब हानेर सपोर्ट हानिदिनु पर्यो है
Well timed, excellent interception. Olise. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Look at the space here. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice,
Goal miss
but
भइरहेको
not
छ यार
quite
मेरो
the
लागि
end
चाहिँ
product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Not gone all the way through to the keeper. Played over towards the opposite flank. That has been cut short. Looking for the run.
Guys, support हानिदिनु पर्यो guys यार हार्नु लाग्यो
Looking for options for movement.
There will be 1 minute added time.
खासै राम्रो त खेलेको
That is going to be
मैले
the final action of the first half.
एक गोल फर्काउनु
Well,
सकेन
there were
नि
plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very
Subscribe
savable.
हानिदिनु पर्यो है
Keep things
guys
simple, keep
च्यानललाई
the
सब्स्क्राइब
intensity
हानिदिनु पर्यो है
high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game
सब्स्क्राइब
changer.
हान्न सपोर्ट गर्नु पर्यो guys
That gets things going for the second half.
Nepal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
guys कोही नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ
There
सब्स्क्राइब
could
हान्नु
be
पर्यो
trouble here.
सब्स्क्राइब हान्न
But for
सपोर्ट
now, the
गरिदिनु
referee
पर्यो
is
guys
keeping his cards in his pocket.
nice
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Neymar, and he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's come in hot. Can he finish? He
guys कस्तो
scored!
बवाल गोल हालिदियो त
They
guys
have come roaring back. Well, they were
च्यानललाई
starting to
सब्स्क्राइब
look
हान्न
more and
सपोर्ट
more
गर्नु पर्यो
threatening, Peter,
guys
so this comes as no surprise. The
सपोर्ट
fans
हान्दिनु
here are
पर्यो
pretty fired up
guys
now.
सब्स्क्राइब
As
हान्दिनु है
simple
कोही
as you
नयाँ
like,
च्यानलमा
the
आउनु
outcome
भएको छ भने
utterly
चाहिँ
inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Cross needs to be
Good. Donnarumma claims it. Safe hands.
And it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Olise. Kamavinga.
Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. Takes a shot!
An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. He's picked his way through.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Oh, this looks sharp. Half an hour gone in the second half. And he's lost his man here. Haaland
Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
के हेर अपोनेन्टले म्याच ब्याक गरिदियो के हारेर गोल खाएर डरेर म्याच ब्याक गरिदिइरहेको रहेछ अपोनेन्ट भाग्यो यार डराएर यार गाइज गाइजहरू च्यानलमा कोही नयाँ हो भने चाहिँ सब्सक्राइब हान्नु नबिर्स्नु होला गाइज ब्याकग्राउन्ड नोइज हटाउनु पर्यो यार हेलो हेलो गाइज कस्तो आइरहेछ भोइस कोही नयाँ हो भने चाहिँ च्यानललाई सब्सक्राइब हान्नु होला है कोही नयाँ हो भने चाहिँ च्यानललाई सब्सक्राइब हान्नु होला है
So welcome to a day of high ambition, high aspiration and expectation. Just 1 point required and a brighter future is in the bag. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
And he's picked it up out wide. And he's cut it out. Searching pass he's played there. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That has been cut short. Ronaldinho. Now it's Hazard. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Conte. Played out towards the right wing. Played into space. No way through. Ambitious ball here. Pass somewhat off target. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now it's Messi. Still goalless. Rummenigge. Cruyff. Oh, good spread. He's shifting through the gears here.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Calafiori. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's in a great position here. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Calafiori calmly anticipates. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
And here's Neymar. Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. Can he get on the end of this? That is a great pick out.
And he's intervened well there.
Ronaldinho.
Hazard has it in a wide position. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Threads one in. Cruyff gets into a good position. And this is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was alert to the possibilities.
And there's the end of the first half.
Guys, subscribe
Well, it was a
and
half
support
of
and
could
do
have some, should
channel
have,
को नयाँ
but as the
हुनुहुन्छ
whistle
भने चाहिँ
blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Nepal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Up and shoots!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short.
He's having a shot!
Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Neymar goes short.
Takes a shot!
And he comes up trumps again.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely
Guys,
coming
subscribe
out
and
on top
support
of the
and
moment.
So, third corner of the game. Neymar plays it short. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And now they can spring out of defence. Now this could be a chance. He's gone for goal! And kept out by the most
subscribe and support and guys को channel
There's a
मा नयाँ
certain
हुनुहुन्छ
aura
भने चाहिँ
about him
subscribe
today.
and support गरिदिनु है
Tremendous.
Takes a shot! Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Now it's Haaland. Cruyff did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. It's a pretty loose pass. Great ball if he can get there. Hazard. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Haaland. Looking to play him in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's taking no chances there. But they've got it again. Tries to pass it through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Calafiori. That's a sharp pass. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Borussia Dortmund needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Ronaldinho clears.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
subscribe and support and my guys को channel मा चाहिँ नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ
Saliba. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Messi.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Looking for the run.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Has been indicated.
Played back in. Oh, shooting chance! Tries to get it clear.
And that is as far as it goes. The deed is done. They are on the up. Any reflections on what you've seen?
ल यार फाइनली फोरमा पुग्यो गाइज फाइनली फोरमा पुग्यो गाइज यार खेल्ने यो प्याकेज आयो के हो यत्रो अब चाहिँ यसमा खोल्छु गाइस कोही च्यानलमा चाहिँ नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने सब्सक्राइब भनेर सपोर्ट गरिदिनु होला है कोही छैन के 3 दिन सब्सक्राइब भने ओइ लाग्यो
खासमा त्यसरी बस्ने WhatsApp खासमा गरिदैन
कहाँ पानी लिएर आउला आउँदाखेरि त्यो नयाँ बोतल छैन सब्सक्राइब हानिदिनु न ल च्यानललाई सब्सक्राइब भनेर सपोर्ट गरिदिनु पर्यो गाइज
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent.
Shapes to shoot!
Holland! That is brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. The ideal start.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Can he get on the end of this?
Can he finish? He scored! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's...
On the finish!
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's a searching pass. Saliba calmly anticipates. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Kukcu. Can he spark a counter here? That's headed upfield. Searching pass he's played there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Haaland. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Cross flung in towards the middle. And that has been cleared. Neymar. Kukcu gets a foot in here. And it's Neymar. Now it's Haaland. And he's quick to snatch it back. Neymar. Osimhen. Soboslai gets over and intercepts. Now Howson. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Threads one in. Now it's Vieri. And he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. Shot a goal! There it is! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So we have a breakthrough, and that'll be the final action of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
And a quick reminder.
So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
And the action is back underway.
Nepal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And now he has 2. So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Szoboszlai, passing is crisp and sharp. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's De Jong, And he's on it. De Jong! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tries to play it through. Saliba getting this one clear. It's their second corner of the game. He can get that clear. The pass has gone astray. Nice interception, well timed. That's an imaginative pass. Oh no, this does not look good. Just the keeper to beat. And the shot! It's there! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space. And the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And he shoots!
Marquinhos
Gets good distance on it. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That is good alertness. And here's Elise.
Nepal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up.
Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to restore parity. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Looking for the run. Jordi Alba spots it, and the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Haaland is offering a right smile there. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
That's the keeper's ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. This might spell danger. Oh, he's been caught napping. Serves up across. And time is up. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named.
टिकटकमा फेरि भिडियो नयाँ हाल्ने त
कलेजको भिडियो कलेजको पेजमा हाल्ने
को हुनुहुन्छ खाना खाएर हिँड्नु पर्छ यसो पेट गर्छ राहुलले हाम्रो आउनु खाना सबैले खाइसक्यो झापमा हो क्या अनि थर्ड नै भएर पनि चाहनु
चौधरीसँग गयो भने
भाइ किताब राम्रो लागेको थियो
हेलो गाइस सब्सक्राइब हानिदिएर
मम्मी
सपोर्ट गर्नु पर्यो गाइस
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter. Absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing...
It's Asa! Messi!
Manchester United would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
He's going for goal! Too close for comfort. Nice looking ball. Well timed, excellent interception. And they've got a throw. Calafiori.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the shot! They've scored! There is the breakthrough! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And this is Messi. And a chance! Goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a
great chance! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish, exquisite.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, terrible pass. Provedel gets rid without sophistication. And he's managed to get... Can he finish? It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Quite a... has a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Haaland. And here's Azar. Short changes him with that pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Nicely spread. And we hit half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. Second period then underway. Saka. Oh, good looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Played out to the right. Kunde. Rijkaard. De Jong. And the counter is on. He is through here. Now it's De Jong. Shot, surely! And that has been cleared. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kunde. And he's managed to get rid. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. Played out to the left flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he cuts out the supply. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a great pick out. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. And that's been won straight back. That's really well cleared. Now it's Olise.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Marquinhos. Saka. Hazard. Saliba gets over and intercepts, and he's intervened well there. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Looking for a runner. Benatia cuts out the pass.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. How would you sum up what...
Sounds the first bad idea. Ter bina tita deha dita lewana. I'm singer hin bola. This to have. So tatlo batlo thi ugare jabir kasto. Tu ada bendera India safety team se hale और मैं टिकट बना हालने वाला बना दिया सिर्फ अगला फोटोमा दुई लेखेर पठाउनु टिकटमा पठाइदिन्छु
गेममा आएन ओए अन्तखेरि